For many years, people have talked a lot about how much XRP is worth and how much it costs. We always hear that XRP will reach $100, $1,000, or $10,000. There have even been claims that each XRP is worth $100,000. Also, saying these things doesn't take much. That XRP will go to $1 million per coin is something that anyone can say in a video, and most people will just say, no, it's not going to happen because of X, Y, and Z. It's mostly market cap. You know, these people don't care. Again, a lot of these movies are only meant to be watched and clicked on. I mean, I get it, okay? But this is what we're really interested in when it comes to XRP. And if we want to talk about its value, we need to make a case. We need to talk about the facts. We need to find out what can make XRP worth $100 and what could make it worth less than that. I'm going to talk about this in this film. I want to go into more detail about what I think is happening in the market right now that will have a huge impact on the value of XRP and could push it up to $100, if not more. First, let's look at how XRP has done over the last 12 months. What we've mostly been talking about with XRP is how important it has become in the past year, going up 400% or more in that time. We have also done better than Bitcoin over the last year. It's not just Bitcoin, right? We've been doing better than almost everyone else. Bitcoin has been used, Ethereum has been it, it was Solana. XRP has done better than almost every other top 100 coin in the last year. This is not going to stop, I think. I think the price of XRP will go up a lot. Along with that, I think it will do better than many other things and really surprise many people, since everyone is still stuck on the time period in 2021 when XRP didn't do much. It didn't do better than many. Really dislike it when people compare XRP from 2021 to now because it's so different. It's an entirely different setting. In 2021, the SEC pretty much put a kneecap on XRP. I think the best way to look at it is that the SEC was like the mob, and it shook down people who owned XRP by removing its legs. The worst bull run in history had to happen because XRP wouldn't do anything because of what the SEC did. That doesn't bother me about XRP. It was never XRP's fault that it didn't work. It was the situation we had to deal with. It was a bad time. And now that we think about it, all of these big platforms took it off their lists. Today, XRP is back on all big exchanges where it was taken off the list. To say it again, XRP today is very different. But the XRP cycle from 2017 to 2018 is something that almost everyone remembers. That upward push of 65,000%. Yeah. Again, everyone still believes we can do the same thing now. The trouble is that this is what most people who want to get clicks or engagement do. They look at the bars chart and say, oh, look, XRP is following this perfectly. And this is what they do most of the time. They tell everyone, hey, look, this is exactly what we're doing where we go to $160 this cycle. They might also just take a certain amount of XRP, which is a lot like this. Some might say that we're dealing in a way that is a lot like this. I wouldn't even say this isn't possible, especially since it would cost about $19. It is definitely possible to do this. But we can't just put bars on the chart and then be sure that everything is going to be fine. That never happens, though. But I will ask, where can XRP go this cycle? We do mostly look at ETFs though, right? For one reason, ETFs have a lot to do with how high XRP can go. They are a major catalyst that we are looking for. Also, I think that if we look at how well XRP has done in this market in the past, in 2017, 2018, and so on, we can safely assume that it will easily reach $10 to $15 this cycle. We're not here for that though. We're here to talk about how much XRP will be worth in the future. Could it reach $100? Could it reach $1,000? That depends on how much people want and need it. Today we know that the XRP ledger's DEFI side is beginning to wake up. A lot of people were not interested in this until DeFi started to show up on the XRP system. This was done in 2024. The value of TVL is about $101 million right now. It's not that important for a project with a market value of more than $179 billion, but we need to begin somewhere. And this is a pretty good start, especially since the DeFi part of XRP is still pretty new, right? But this is only the start. I still believe that DeFi will be linked to billions and billions of dollars in the XRP system. And at some point, trillions of dollars as well because of everything going on with the XRP system. It's not just about DeFi though. Also, it's tokenization and the value of stable coins. RWA is worth almost $356 million right now, which is more than 9% more than it was 30 days ago. The market for stablecoins has been around $200 million for a while now, but this value keeps going up. We're still at the beginning once more. Not long ago, I said in a video that this value will 10 times, 100 times, or even 1,000 times from where it is now. To go over this one more time, tokenization is only going to get bigger and bigger, especially as more big companies get involved. On top of that, I wrote a post about everything that has to do with XRP. I really wanted to go into this in detail to show everyone how the XRP market works right now. This is because what we have here with XRP is a supply shock. And if there is a supply shock, XRP will be very expensive. But the problem is that most people in this space still believe that a supply shock can't happen unless there are very few coins in circulation. The same thing is said about Bitcoin. Oh, there will be a supply shock because there are only 21 million Bitcoins. Not so for XRP. There are more than 99 billion XRP in circulation, so there can't be a supply shock. I even said this. I told them this is why most people laugh when we talk about an XRP supply shock. They believe there will never be a supply shock because there are more than 99 billion XRP. But let's break this down. There are 8 businesses making treasuries based on XRP right now. This is proof that more and more people are starting to believe that XRP is a real standard investment. These businesses think it's a safe bet that will keep the value going up over time. We have every business here. Trident Digital Tech Holdings and Chain Securities work together on a $500 million XRP reserve plan. Vivo Power International has a treasury of 100 to 121 million XRP and is also interested in making money through Flare. Weebus International Limited has a $300 million XRP backup strategy that is still being worked on and planned out, but it is still $300 million. Logistics Health has a 50 million XRP treasury that is used to focus on infrastructure for fast payments.